Hi everyone, Nicholas Fitness here from sunny Cyprus, and welcome to today's tutorial. This tutorial is primarily focused for educators that are interested in actually becoming a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator, passing the MCE or the Microsoft Certified Educator examination, or being recognized as a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert. Now, this is actually an exam and this is an application process. I'm going to be going over these in this particular order because to become an MIE expert, you have to be a certified MIE first, and you also need the knowledge from the resources for the MCE exam. So I'm going to be following this process. Now, each one of these are individual, and it really depends on what it is that you want to follow. So you can use the links in the description below to jump to any one of these directly. It's also, this tutorial is also for school leaders. So if you are thinking about joining the Microsoft Showcase School Incubator program to become a Showcase School, well, this is basically the process that or the recognition some of your educators are going to be required to have so that you can qualify. So this is a fantastic resource. I'm not going to be going over the content material for the examination for the MCE or the application process for the MIE Expert. I've got other tutorials for that, and if you look in the link below in the description, I've got links to these tutorials, and these are fantastic tutorials. In fact, if you look at the comments, you're going to see how many people have actually passed the MCE exam using that tutorial. So it's a fantastic resource. I've also got downloadable material there for you as well. Now, throughout this tutorial, I'm actually going to be using a sway, which you can see here. And again, I'm going to give you access to this sway. So you've got this sway to refer to with all the links and absolutely everything that you need for being basically becoming MIE certified, and how to become a Microsoft Certified Educator, about the exam. And I've also got the video tutorials as well, which I told you about. I've got them in this way, but you'll also find them in the links in the description. And how to become an MIE expert, all the information that you need here. And again, I've got a video tutorial about the application process. So I'm going to start off straight away with this one here, how to become MIE certified. So let's start with this. Okay, so becoming MIE certified essentially means acquiring a badge that says you're MIE certified, that you need to acquire this badge in Microsoft Learn. Now that's the learning platform, the new learning platform for Microsoft Education. Before we had the Microsoft Education community, and in there we had a whole load of courses that we could do, and we were able to pass these courses and acquire badges. Now, if you did have an account then when you do actually sign into the new platform, so if we have a look down here, then it will actually recognize your email account. It will ask you if you want to migrate all of your badges to your new Microsoft Learn account. Make sure you click yes so you can just bring your progress over. If you're making an account for the first time, then you're going to have to complete your profile. So what does it mean to be MIE certified? Well, essentially it means in the new Microsoft Learn platform, you need to have completed at least 2 hours worth of training. Okay, so you need to do courses. I'm going to show you that now in a second. Now, either courses which are online or courses from a certified trainer. And that trainer will give you redeem codes so that you can actually claim these codes in Microsoft Learn. So your first step here is to create your account here, or to sign in here, or to migrate your account to Microsoft Learn. So let's click on this and see what this is. Now it's just saying I'm going to leave Sway. I'm just going to say trust all links in here, click OK. So because I'm already signed into my 365 account, it's just going to bring my my profile over, my sign-in information as soon as I click on sign in. So this is Microsoft Learn. I'm going to click on sign in. I'm going to choose my account. There we go. And now I'm actually signed in. Now, if you haven't made an account with Microsoft Learn, then the first thing it's going to show you is going to ask you to complete your profile, where you put your name, the region that you're in, the country, what your interests are, what your role is, whether you're a K-12 teacher, you're a school leader. It doesn't really matter what you add there. It's also going to ask you what your interests are, so what you want to learn about. Let's say you want to learn about Office 365, Teams, Minecraft, MakeCode, whatever. There are professional courses in here as well. Again, those selections are really not that important. I think it just focuses more on the suggestions it gives you, because you've got access to absolutely everything. Once you've made your profile, you're going to have a page that looks like this. Now, I'm just going to show you the basics that you need to know. So up here is your profile image. This is always a good place to start off with, because you can click here and you can go to your profile. And from your profile, you can see what information you've given. Sorry, not the information you're giving. It will show you all the information about your progress, the badges that you have. You can access the training you've done, your achievements. We'll look at this in a second. But the other thing that you need to have a look at is on your profile, go to settings. And here is where you can find and you can manage your profile and your account. So your personal information, you've got things like your account management, manage email preferences. So you can add your email account that you're going to use to sign in with, privacy settings and things like this. So you can actually go back and look into all of this. You can change your display name and all this information. So it's really good to know that where you can find all of this information. The most important one is change your picture, so you can add a profile picture of yourself if you like. All right, now your first step once you've made your account is you need to complete 2 hours worth of training, and you want to do that. So if I go up to here where we've got training, in this section here, we've got the Educator Center, and you want to complete 2 hours worth in this location here. So in Educator Center, you've got these categories: professional development, product guides, instructor materials, and educator programs. It doesn't matter which category you follow. Let's say I'm going to go to product guides, for example, and I've got here Microsoft Teams for Education. So if I want to learn about Microsoft Teams, I can click on this and I can find a whole load of resources here, which, courses which I can take. I'm just going to open one of these. Now I've already completed this, but essentially you see this has got about 8 sections here. That's 8 sections. You're going to start off with the introduction. Once you've completed the introduction, you can get this little tick here. Once you've completed all of these, you can see they're not that long, some of them are longer than others. You're going to do the knowledge check, and the knowledge check is basically multiple choice questions based on the material that you've covered in these sections here. It might be things that are material that you've read or video tutorials. As soon as you've passed that, then you get that recognition for that particular course. Now this course here is actually designed for 39 minutes, so you completing this one will give you 39 minutes of training. Now, you can then go do other courses, or you can search for courses. Here's one that we're going to be looking at, 21st century. I'm just going to put 21st cent, just to do a search, click enter. And I've got this one here. Now, this is probably one of the most useful ones, because this is what the MCE exam and becoming Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert requires you as well. So in here, you've got, this is a learning path. Now, learning paths are a series of modules put together that you need to pass. Okay, so each module gives you its own recognition that you've passed it. This is 51 minutes, this is 29 minutes. And once you've completed a series of modules, that's a learning path, and you get the recognition for that learning path. Okay, so this one here, innovative learning with 21st century learning design, real world problem solving. If I click on that, you can see I complete these. That will help me complete this module. And that is one of 8 modules for this learning path. Okay, so again, what you need to do is from the training Educator Center, choose at least 2 hours worth of modules that you're going to complete, or complete the learning path, and that will give you your badge. Now, your badges, you can find them here. So if I go to my profile, I'm going to click on profile. I can see my badges. Here they are. So if I go to badges, and the badges, you've got 2 types. You've got learning paths. So these are learning paths that I've completed. Remember, learning path is a collection of modules. And these are the modules or courses that I've passed, the individual ones. If I go down to the very first ones, you're going to see, here's my certified badge. So what you're looking for is to gain the certified badge, this one here. Once you've gained that, that has basically given you this badge, and you are now MIE certified. Another way to get training recognition is if you are offered training by a registered or certified Microsoft trainer, then at the top, they will give you a redeem code. A redeem code will look something like this. I've got one here. Okay. So when a certified trainer gives you a code, you will log into Microsoft Learn, click on your profile picture, go to your profile, and from here, you can then go to your achievements, and you've got this link here, redeem your code now. And you will paste or type in the code that you're given here. And as soon as you click on redeem, if that code is valid, it will redeem the points and it will recognize that in your experience points here. But more importantly, and this is something you can give to your HR department, if you go to from your profile, so profile picture, profile, and go to your transcript, the transcript would actually give you a transcript of all the courses that you've completed, whether they are courses that you've completed from Microsoft Learn or courses which have you've gained through redeem codes given to you by certified trainers. So if I go to my, where am I? So if I go to transcript, there we go. This is my transcript. Okay, so you can see it shows you what it is that you've done, when you did it, the certification number, and you can actually export this. If you click on print, you can actually export this as a PDF. If I try and do this now, it's going to take a bit of a time because I've been doing a lot of training courses over the past 5-6 years. So it takes a bit of time to actually load all of those up. But then when you save this as a PDF, you can actually use that PDF and send that PDF with your transcript of all your accomplishments, all the training you've done, give that to HR department. But more importantly, you're going to need a copy of this transcript like I've done now if you're going to apply for MIE Expert status, because you need to show that you've actually completed the training. So here's my training here. Okay, so I would save this as a PDF and I will probably save it in my OneDrive so I can create a share link to this PDF document. Okay, that's everything that you need to become certified. So essentially 2 hours worth of training from the training area educator center, 2 hours worth of training from modules or complete learning parts, or using redeem codes from certified trainers. Okay, that's it. So let's go back. So I've got here for you in this sway screenshots of how you can actually redeem a code. So I've actually got these highlighted: profile picture, profile, achievements, and redeem code. Start learning. So to become certified, it says here that you need to go to the training at the top, go to Educator Center, choose any category like the picture below, and that's it. And you need to complete 2 hours. Let's now go have a look at becoming a Microsoft Certified Educator. Now, becoming a Microsoft Certified Educator essentially means you're going to take an examination. This examination is 1 hour and you've got 40 questions. Each question has got, it's like modular questions, so it might have 2 or 3 things that you need to answer. So essentially, overall, it comes out to 100 questions, but I don't want to scare you. It's 40 questions in 60 minutes. Now, to take the examination, then you need to find an exam center or which will actually be able to enroll you, give you, or you need to purchase a voucher for the MCE exam, but you need to go to a certified examination center. So you need to talk to your Microsoft Learning specialist in your area to actually help you find a center where you can take the examination. Now, to take the examination, you don't need any pre-requirements as far as being MIE certified is concerned or being an MIE expert. You just learn the material. Now, again, I've said this before and I've got it here for you as well. At the bottom here, I've got the tutorial of everything that you need to prepare for the MCE examination. But essentially, to just give you very briefly the requirements, you're going to learn the MCE is focused on future skills that students are going to need. Okay, and as an educator, you need to help prepare those students and teach them those skills, or at least utilize those skills so they get practice in these skills so they can use them later on in the future. And these have been identified as 6 primary skills. And each one there is a rubric for, and I've got the rubrics here for you. Now, these are the old version rubrics. The new versions are exactly the same as I explained in the video here. I prefer these ones. I don't like the design of the new ones. They're not good for me, especially with my dyslexia. The colors are just too blended and it's hard to remember. I prefer this style of rubric, but the rubrics here are exactly the same. There's nothing different. So you've got 6 rubrics. Use of ICT for learning, knowledge construction, collaboration, self-regulation, real-world problem solving, skill communication, and that's it, the 6 rubrics. Now, what most educators, and this is something I really want to emphasize here, Many educators think that to pass the Microsoft Certified Educator examination, it's all about the use of technology. It's not. The amount of technology knowledge required for the exam is very, very, very minimal. It's not about teaching students to use computers or use technology or to use anything like that. It's about introducing different ways to enhance teaching and learning with future skills. For example, real world problem solving, giving them something a little bit more, instead of just giving them an exercise for giving them the sake of an exercise to do and just make up a theoretical scenario. You can actually focus them on a real world problem, which they can actually implement the knowledge that you've given them. Knowledge construction, instead of giving them repeated exercises which are just the same as the examples you've given them, you can give them different other examples to stretch their ability of the knowledge they've learned to implement in new scenarios. And this is what we normally find with students. They learn all the questions, or they go and do all the past exam papers, do all the questions. Then when they do their own examination, they can't answer because one word has changed or something has changed, and they haven't really learned how to implement that knowledge. So it's not about technology per se. It's about giving them these skills so that which have been identified that they're going to need in the future. Collaboration. With technology comes a lot of collaboration. Unfortunately, students are not learning how to collaborate. They're not learning to take ownership of their planning and the work that they do. So it's all about this. Again, I've got the tutorial here with absolutely everything that you need. Okay, now the best way to prepare for the examination is actually to complete the 21st Century Learning Design, the learning path in Microsoft Learn. So I've got the link here for you. So if I click on that, you see it's taken me to Microsoft Learn, and this is the learning path. And this learning path is specifically for the MCE. Well, it's specifically for the 21st Century Learning Design skills, those six rubrics that you need to learn for the MCE exam. And you can see them here: collaboration, real world problem solving, communication, self-regulation, ICT for learning. So all of these things which we just identified now, there are 8 modules. And once you pass these 8 modules, you also get the learning path. So essentially, if this learning path here is 6 hours and 51 minutes, just doing this learning path would help you prepare you, or would make you certified straight away because you've done more than 2 hours, and it will also prepare you for the MCE examination. Okay, and this is why I'm doing this tutorial in this order. Okay, so that's the MCE. Again, it's an exam. If anyone has any questions about this or you need any help or whatever, I've actually given you the PDF version, also the streamlined handbook. There is an official one as well, which is online, but this one you can actually download, and I've streamlined it so you only have the material which is absolutely necessary for you to learn for the examination. So this is a PDF version. And in this PDF version, I have also put for you the old rubric. So this rubric, this one, just zoom that in a bit. So this is the same rubric as this one, which is the same as this one, the old one, which is the same as this new one, which is the same as this text one, which is the same as the old one here. So these are the same rubric, basically seen in different ways. Choose the way that is best for you, easier for you to remember, and easier for you to know, because you need to learn these by heart and really get a good understanding for them. And then for each module, for each part of this rubric, so let's say what knowledge, interdisciplinary, at the first part of each chapter, it actually explains what each of these modules are. Okay, so that's that. I've given you that resource there, but you could also access it from this training video here. Let's look at the last one, MIE Expert. Now, MIE Expert for me is probably the most important, and I would say the hardest. This is an application process that you need to do every year so that you can maintain the status of Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert. It basically means that you have the knowledge of the 21st Century Learning Design, the 6 rubrics, and you are actually implementing them in your lessons with your students, and you need to provide evidence of that. So it's a matter of, if you've done the MCE exam, then are you actually implementing what you've learned? Now, you don't need to have the MCE exam. You don't need to pass the MCE exam, this one here, for you to actually become an MIE expert. Not at all. This is totally different. This is an examination. But you need the knowledge of the 6 rubrics so that you can implement them from the 21st century learning design learning path, so that you can implement them in your classes and have evidence that you've done that, so that you can actually apply to be an MIE expert. Okay, so to become an MIE expert, I've got the steps for you here, and you can see this is slightly more complicated than the previous ones. First of all, you have to have joined Microsoft Learn, and we've done that already. That's this platform here, Microsoft Learn. Okay, so you have to have joined here, and you must have completed at least 2 hours of professional development training. So you must be certified. Remember, that's the first badge. So that's basically getting this badge here, the first thing that we did. So do at least 2 hours worth of training in Microsoft Learning Educator Center, or at least 2 hours worth of training with a certified trainer. So that's the next requirement. And that's actually, this is not really that important, because you're going to see now in a minute that you actually have to complete 3 learning paths so that you can apply to become an MIE expert. And if you're going to do the 3 learning paths, and you have to do them, then you're going to complete way more than 2 hours. So this is not really one of the criteria, if you ask me. Then you need to ensure that you've successfully earned your Microsoft Educator and Advanced Educator badges. Now, these you get by completing learning paths in Microsoft Learn, and I've got them listed for you. You're going to see them in a second, just now below. Okay, so let's do that. That's step number 3. So if you scroll down here, it says here, to nominate yourself as an MIE expert, you must gain the Microsoft Educator and Advanced Educator badges on Microsoft Learn. So to get the Educator badge, Microsoft Educator badge, you must complete this learning path, okay? And you've got access directly to the learning path from here. So here's the learning path, and here are the modules that you need to complete. I've also put the modules, listed the modules for you, the individual modules for you here. So you can either click on this one to access all of them, or you can access each one by one from here. That's the one. That's to become to get this badge here. Now, to get the Advanced Educator badge, you need to complete another 2 learning paths. The first one is the 21st century learning design. And this is what I was saying. If you're going to complete the learning path, you might as well do this one first, the 21st century learning design one, because this is going to allow you to complete this learning path and get you on the road to be able to apply as an MIE expert, but it also gives you the knowledge to do and take the MCE examination. Okay, so again, this is 8 modules. You can either click here on this number 1 here, and that will take you to the learning path with all the modules that you have to do. But I've also got for you all 8 modules separately here, so you can take them one by one. It's entirely up to you. It's exactly the same. It's going to take you to the same page. It just takes you to that module. The next one that you need to complete, the next learning path, is the Master Microsoft Teams for any learning environment. This is another 8 modules. Again, you can access the entire learning path from here. This is the badge that you need. This is 7 hours. So you can see completing these 3 learning paths is going to give you the 2 hours worth of training that you need anyway. And these are the 8 modules, okay? And you can access the 8 modules again individually, because I've listed them for you here as well. And that's basically it. Once you've done this, that has completed step number 3, this one here, you get the 2 badges, Microsoft Educator, Advanced Educator badges, and of course you would have got your Certified Microsoft Innovative Educator badge as well. Now, once you've completed all of these learning paths, you need to download your transcript. Now, we've done this already. I showed you how to do that. So from Microsoft Learn, you will go to your profile picture. You're going to go to Profile, and you can go to your transcript here. And then from here, you're going to be able to download, or you actually print and download it as a PDF. Now, again, all of this is explained in this video down here. This will give you the process, because you actually have to create another account. Let me show you. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to download your transcript and you can put it in your OneDrive so that you can create a share link to it. And the people that are going to evaluate your application for MIE Expert are going to need to be able to open your transcript. So you need to make that link accessible by anyone with the link. Again, my video tutorial down below will show you how to do that. Step number 5, MIE experts are expected to use at least 2 of the core Microsoft tools on a regular basis. So you're going to have to show that you actually use things like Teams, OneNote, Forms, at least 2 of these on a regular basis with your class. I think Teams is the most obvious one that most people use, and OneNote. But again, it doesn't have to be, it's not limited to these. It could be any other ones as well, but at least 2 Microsoft tools. I think another one which a lot of educators use is Office Lens, which is fantastic. Then create a Microsoft Event Core account here. Now you need to create this account because this is where you're going to go and start your application. So when you go to MS Education Event Core, you're going to need to create your account if you don't have one. And you're going to either sign in or register. And you're going to sign in with your, well, for me, if you're a school, if you're an educator at school, you've got 365 on an A license. Then you're going to go to work or school, and you're going to sign in with your school account. Now, if you haven't created your account, you're going to have to create an account. Again, the process there of creating the account is explained in this video here. Okay, so I'm just telling you the process that you need to follow, the prerequisites. But if you want to actually see and learn how to do the application and everything that the application involves, see this tutorial here. Okay, and finally, where are we? Number 6. To prepare for the self-nominations, you will want to start collecting evidence and working through these nomination questions. So I've given you the nomination questions here. These the initial questions. This is from Microsoft Education, and this is basically what the nomination questions are. So there's basically 2 phases: an electronic marked section, which is section A. So you would answer these questions, the first one, and these are marked electronically. And if you pass that, you go to the second phase, and that's where, so let me just go on. And the second phase is this one here, where you answer the long answer questions. So I think there are about 4 or 5 long answer questions there for you to answer. And that's the second phase. Okay, that's it. So basically you have all the resources that you need in this way. All the links are live, and I've chosen to use a Sway instead, because if things do actually change and the requirements have changed, or something's different, or links have changed, I will be updating this Sway, and you'll be able to see all the updated information. Feel free to use this Sway. Feel free to share it with other people, other educators. I'm more than happy with that. And if you like this video, you've enjoyed it, you've learned something new, you find it useful, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video. Take care and good luck. If you do pass any of these, or you do become certified, you do pass the MCE exam, or you do become an MIE expert, make sure to leave a comment and let us know. Take care. Bye-bye.